In today's lecture, we will discuss the numerical for the topic vector, for the topics that we have already discussed in lecture number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, before starting the numerical for the topic vector, let us see one small topic, type of vectors. First we will discuss this topic, then we will start solving the numerical for the topic vector. Okay, for the better understanding, let us consider we are having one object and we have applied 4 forces on this object, and I am naming the forces as F of A, F of B, F of C and F of D. These are the 4 forces that I have applied on the given object. Let us consider a magnitude of these forces as F of A is having a magnitude of 10 Newton, F of B is having a magnitude of 10 Newton, and F of C is also having a magnitude of 10 Newton, and the magnitude of force F of D is 5 Newton. Okay, let us see the first. What do you mean by the equal vectors? The vectors having same magnitude as well as same direction. The vectors having same magnitude and same direction are known as equal vectors. Suppose we are having 2 vectors and these vectors are of same magnitude and having a same direction, then we will call these vectors as equal vectors. From the given example, if you will see, we can say F of A and F of B are the equal vectors. Why? Because they both are applied on the same direction and both are having a magnitude of 10 Newton. Okay, now look at the second, opposite vector. What do you mean by the opposite vector? Vectors having same magnitude but opposite direction. The vectors having the same magnitude and opposite direction are known as a opposite vector. Okay, if you look at a given example, the opposite vectors, can I call F of A and F of C as an opposite vector? Yeah, because both are having a same magnitude but opposite direction. Similarly, if you look, F of B and F of C are also opposite vector. Why? Because F of B and F of C both are having a same magnitude of 10 Newton but opposite direction. Okay. The third is a parallel vectors. What do you mean by the parallel vectors? Vectors having a same direction. Vectors having same direction are known as parallel vector. If you look at a given example, can I call FC and FD are the parallel vector? Yeah, because they both are having a same direction. F of C and vector F of D. You can also find another pair too. F of C and F of D are the parallel vectors. And then next one is a anti-parallel vectors. The vectors having different magnitudes but they are in opposite direction. They are called the anti-parallel vectors. Now look at the given diagram. Okay, look at the F of B and F of D. They are anti-parallel. F of B and F of D. They are just opposite to each other and having a different magnitude. F of B and F of D having a different magnitude and opposite direction. They are known as anti-parallel vectors. Okay, this is about the type of vectors. Now we will do the numerical for the topic vectors. Okay, let us start with a numerical. Write down the first question. Okay, let's read question number 1. The angle made by the vector I cap plus j cap with x-axis. Okay, let's see how to solve this. Here the vector is given as I cap plus j cap. Let us consider this is a vector A. Okay, now look, we know, suppose some vector is given like ax I cap plus ay j cap, and this given vector make angle theta from the positive x-axis, then then theta will be equal to ay upon ax. Same thing we are going to use in this numerical. Okay, what is the ax here? 1. And what is the ay? Ay is also 1. Then tan theta is going to be ay upon ax, which will be equal to 1. It means theta is going to be tan inverse 1 and theta is going to be 45 degree. Option B is a right answer. Option B is right answer. Okay, now go to the next question. The question number 2. Here the two vectors are given. Vector P and vector Q is given, and it is given that vector P and vector Q are perpendicular to each other. Find the value of A. Okay, let's see how to solve this. Here the vector P is given as A of I cap plus A of j cap plus 3 k cap, and vector Q is given as A of I cap minus 2 j cap minus of k. These vectors are given like this, and here it is given vector P is perpendicular to vector Q. We know when the two vectors are perpendicular to each other, their dot product is going to be 0. This property we are going to use to find the value of A. Okay, now find the dot product of P and Q, which will be equal to, how to find the dot product of two given vectors? Multiply the I term with I, j term with j, and k term with k. Here we will get a square minus of 2a minus of 3, which will be equal to 0 now, because P dot Q is going to be 0 as they are perpendicular to each other. Now solve this equation and you will get the value of A. Here I am factorizing. Take A as a common, and here minus 3 as a common. It means A minus 3, and you will get A plus 1. Now equate the terms to 0 1 by 1. You will get A is equal to 3 and you will get A is equal to minus of 1. These are the two values of A. Okay, for these values of A, vector P and vector Q are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now look at the next question. Okay, let's see question number 3. What is the angle between vector P plus vector Q and vector P cross vector Q, and given the vector P and vector Q are on the same plane? Okay, let us see. This is very interesting based on the theory. Okay, here the two vectors are given, vector P and vector Q, and it is given they are on the same plane. They are on the same plane. Okay, let us consider like this. Here we are having an x-axis and here we are having a y-axis. It means this is a xy plane. We are having vector P and vector Q on the same plane. Okay, now see, vector P plus vector Q, let us consider the resultant is R. We know when we are going to add two vectors, resultant is going to be in a same plane. Okay, it means this is also going to be in a xy plane. Okay, now what about vector P cross vector Q? Suppose the result is vector S. We know when we are going to do a cross product of two vectors, the resultant vector is going to be perpendicular to both the given vectors. It means this is going to perpendicular to P and perpendicular to Q. It means the resultant S is perpendicular to xy plane. It means the angle between S and the R is going to be perpendicular. They are 90 degrees to each other, because the resultant of the cross product of two vectors is always going to be perpendicular to the given vector. It means B part is a right answer. Okay, now move to the next question. Question number 4. The resultant of two vectors having the magnitude 2 and 3 is 1. What is the magnitude of their cross product? Let us see how to solve this. Here the two vectors, the first vector is A and the second vector is B. The magnitude of first vector is given as 2. the magnitude of second vector is given as 3. And the resultant of the two vectors means the addition of two vector will have a magnitude of 1. Okay, now how to solve it? Find the angle between two vectors. We know the resultant magnitude will be given by under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos of theta. Find the cos theta from here. 1 square. I'm taking the square of both the sides, then you will get 4 plus 9. I'm just putting the values of a and b. From here you will get cos theta will be equal to -1. It means theta is going to be 180 degree. From here we have calculated theta as 180 degree. Okay. Now what it is asked? What is the magnitude of their cross product? The magnitude of their cross product. How to find the magnitude of their cross product? We know the formula now, which will be equal to AB sine theta. It means A is 2, B is 3 and sine of 180 degree. Sine of 180 degree. What is the value of sine 180? Is 0. Now it means this is going to be 0. The magnitude of their cross product is going to be 0. This is a answer for this question. Okay, now move to next question. Question number 5. Okay, here the two vectors are given, vector p and vector q, and vector p is parallel to vector q. Find the b. Let's see how to solve it. Here the two vectors are given, like vector p is given, vector q is given. Vector p is given as 2 of I cap plus b of j cap plus 2 of k cap, and vector q is given as I cap plus j cap plus k cap. Now we need to find the value of b for which the vectors are parallel to each other. Vector p parallel to vector q. Okay, when in a numerical there is a perpendicular thing, we are going to use a property p dot q is going to be 0. Whenever in a question the parallel thing is involved, we are going to use a property that two vectors are parallel. It means their cross product is going to be 0. Now we know the two vectors, if they are parallel, their cross product is going to be 0. Same property we are going to use here. Now find the p cross q and equate it to the 0 as they are perpendicular to each other. How to find the cross product of the given vector? We will use the matrix method. Draw the matrix like this. Write I cap, j cap and k cap. Then first vector is p. Write the first vector term 2, b, 2. The second vector 1, 1, 1. Now solve the matrix, which will be equal to, first write I cap in bracket. Leave these two lines and b multiplied by 1 minus 2. Similarly, for j term, how to write? Leave these two lines, multiply this and subtract this. You will get 2 minus 2, which will be equal to 0 now. Which will be equal to 0. Then k term. How to write a k term? Leave these two lines and multiply 2 this and minus this. It means 2 minus of b. Okay, which will be equal to b minus 2 of I cap plus 2 minus b of j cap. Sorry, k cap. Okay, we know the cross product is going to be 0. The magnitude of cross product is going to be 0. It means the magnitude of this will be equal to 0 for the vector p cross q as they are parallel. Find the magnitude of the given vector, which will be equal to b minus 2 whole square plus 2 minus b whole square, which will be equal to 0. Now solve it. This and this is the same thing now, because they are under the square application. Okay, it means I can write like this: 2 b minus 2 whole square is equal to 0, which will be equal to 2. I'm solving this. B minus 2, I'm squaring the both the side, you will get this 2. As 2 cannot is equal to 0, it means b minus 2 will be equal to 0. B is going to be 2. B is equal to 2. This is your answer. For the value b is equal to 2, the vector p and vector q are going to be parallel. This is a right answer. B is going to be 2. Okay, now move to next question. The question number 6. If the magnitude of vector a cross b is equal to the magnitude of vector a dot b, then find the angle between them. Okay, it's very easy now. Two vectors are given, vector a and vector b. We know the cross product magnitude will be equal to how much? A, b sin theta. And the dot product magnitude will be equal to how much? A, b cos theta. It is given the magnitude of dot product and cross product is same. So equate them. AB sin theta is equal to AB cos theta. Here AB and AB got cancelled. Sin theta is equal to cos theta. It means just tan theta is going to be 1 and theta is going to be how much? Tan inverse 1, which is equal to 45 degree. It means theta is going to be 45 degree is the right answer. Option B is the right answer. Okay, now move to next question. Question number 7. Okay, just read what is given. A vector must be added to the two vectors so that the resultant may be unit vector along the x-axis. Okay, very easy. Here the two vectors are given like I cap minus of 2j cap plus 2k cap, and the another vector is given as 2 of I cap plus j cap minus of k, and it is asked what vector must be added to them. Suppose we are adding a vector a to it. What vector must be added to them to get a resultant as unit vector along the x-axis? Unit vector along x-axis. It means when we are going to add these three vectors, as a resultant we are getting unit vector along the x-axis. What is unit vector along the x-axis? It is I cap, no? Okay, now solve it. Add these three vectors as these three vectors and it will be equal to I cap. Vector A plus 2I cap plus j cap minus of k plus I cap minus of 2j plus 2k, and it will be equal to I cap. Unit vector along the x-axis. Now solve it. Vector A plus 3I cap minus of j cap plus k cap, which will be equal to I. From here you will get vector A as minus of 2I cap plus j cap minus of k cap. This is a vector A which must be added to the two given vectors to get a resultant as I cap. I cap means unit vector along the x-axis. Okay, now look at the next question. Okay, now read the question number 8. The angle which the vector I cap plus j cap plus root 2k cap make with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Okay, here one vector is given and it is asked to calculate the angle of a given vector from x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Let's see how to solve it. Okay, suppose we are having any vector, vector A A I cap plus B j cap plus C k cap. I am taking one example. We are having a vector like this, and this vector make an angle alpha from x-axis and beta from the y-axis and gamma from the z-axis. For example, I am taking this. Okay, now then how to find the angle of the given vector from the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis? I am going to use a concept of cosines. Okay, we know the cos of alpha. If alpha is the angle from the x-axis, then cos of alpha will be given as A divided by A square plus B square plus C square. Similarly, cos of beta will be written as B divided by under root of A square plus B square plus C square. And cos of gamma, if gamma is the angle from the z-axis, cos of gamma will be written as C divided by A square plus B square plus C square. Now solve the given question using these formulas. Here the given vector is, let us vector A is given as I cap plus J cap plus under root of K cap. Here A is equal to 1, B is given as 1, and if you look, C is given as root of 2. So find the cos of alpha. If alpha is the angle from the x-axis, cos of alpha will be given as 1, means A divided by A square, B square, C square, which will be 1 plus 2. 1 divided by under root of 4 is equal to 1 divided by 2. Cos of alpha is equal to 1 upon 2. It means what is the value of alpha? Alpha is going to be 60 degree. Okay, now similarly find the cos beta. Cos beta will be same now, because B is also 1. 1 divided by 1 square plus 1 square plus root 2 square, which will be equal to 1 upon 2. Here we are getting beta as 60 degree. Now find the cos of gamma. Cos of gamma will be equal to under root 2 divided by 1 square plus 2 square, root 2 divided by 2, which will be equal to 1 upon root 2. It means from here we are getting gamma is equal to 45 degree, because cos 45 is equal to 1 upon root 2. Now you got the value of alpha, beta and gamma. Which option is right? Option B is right answer. Okay, now move to next question. Question number 9. Just read the question number 9. Here, the vector A, vector B and vector C satisfy the relation vector A dot B is equal to 0 and vector A dot vector C is equal to 0. The vector A is parallel to, okay. When you are solving any numerical, first write down the given vectors and the given condition. Here the three vectors are given, vector A, vector B and vector C. And it is given vector A dot vector B is equal to 0. What it means? When the dot product of two vectors is 0, it means they are perpendicular to each other. Similarly, vector A dot vector C is equal to 0. What it means? Vector A and vector C are perpendicular to each other. Now, check what is asked. A vector A is parallel to. Now it is asking, find the vector to which vector A is parallel. Now look at the options. Just look. Option A first. B, vector B. No, vector B is perpendicular to vector B, not parallel. It means this is wrong. Vector C, no. Because vector A is perpendicular to vector C, then how it will be parallel? No. Now check the third option. Vector A dot vector B dot vector C. A dot B is 0, means this is going to be 0. Here it means vector A is perpendicular to vector B dot vector C. Okay. Now one more concept is there. We know the dot product of two vectors is going to be a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. How we will compare the vector and the scalar? Okay, they are parallel or perpendicular. It's not possible now. That's why vector C is also not possible. It means the right option is D. Vector A is parallel to vector B cross vector C. Okay, now move to the next question, question number 10. Read question number 10. If the vector A dot vector B magnitude is equal to magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B, then find the angle between vector A and vector B. Let's see, it's very easy. Suppose we are having two vectors, vector A and vector B as per the given question, and their magnitude is A and magnitude of vector A is A and magnitude of vector B is B. This is a normal convention to write. Okay. We know the resultant magnitude of two vectors will be given as under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay, from a given question you can see vector A dot vector B is equal to vector A magnitude is equal to vector B magnitude. Let us consider this value is some x. Okay, now put the values and you will get the answer. Here x will be equal to under root of x square plus 2x square cos of theta. If theta is the angle between the given vectors, then x square will be equal to 2 of x square plus 2 of x square cos of theta. From here x square, you can take x square as a common, 2x square as a common, 1 plus cos theta. X square is going to be cancelled. 1 upon 2 is equal to 1 plus cos theta. From here you will get cos theta is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Okay, we know now cos theta is going to minus 1 upon 2. It means theta is going to be how much? 120 degree. 120 is a right answer. Option D is a right answer. This is a solution for this question. Now we will see the question number 11. Okay, read question number 11. An object originally at a point 2, 5, 1 is given a displacement of this much. The coordinate of new points are. Okay, let's see, this is a question based on the position vector. Okay, here we are having one point whose coordinates are given as 2, 5, 1. For example, just take this is a coordinate x and this is y and this is z. Here we are having a point whose coordinates are given as 2, 5, 1. Okay, just tell me, if in the same question it was asked, find the position vector of a given point. Then how to find a position vector? Draw the line from origin to that point which is pointing toward the point. And the position, let us this is a origin O and this point is A. Then what is a position vector of point A? We know now the position vector of point A will be given as 2i cap plus 5 of j cap plus k cap. This is going to be the position vector of point A. Position vector of point A. But the question is not this. The question is asking, we have given some displacement. What is displacement? The displacement we have given 8 of I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. Here one plus sign is given wrong. This is a given vector 8 of I minus 2j plus k. Okay, this is a displacement and this is a given vector. We have displaced this given vector, we have displaced this point by these values. Here the point was given as 2, 5 and 1. And how much displacement we have made? We have displaced 2 by 8 units, displaced 5 by minus 2 units and displaced 1 with 1 unit. I, j, k. 2 when you are going to displace by 8 you will get 10 now. 5 displaced by minus 2 you will get 3. 1 displaced by 1 you will get 2. It means these are the coordinates of new point. New point is 10, 3, 2. It means if it is asking what is a new position, this is a new position of the displaced vector. If it is asking what is a position vector of new point, then how to write a position vector of this point? This will be equal to 10 of I cap plus 3 of j cap plus 2 of k cap. Okay, suppose here we are having one point A whose coordinates are given as 2, 5, 1. 2, 5, 1. And another point whose coordinates are 10, 3, 2. Then how to find displacement vector? How to find a displacement vector? Let's see how to find a displacement vector. What is the position vector of this point? 2 I cap plus 5 of j cap plus k cap. And what is the position vector of this point? 10 of I cap plus 3 of j cap plus 2 of k cap. To find the displacement vector, you need to find vector B minus vector A, and you will get a displacement vector, and the result is going to be this displacement vector. Okay, but what was asked in a question? The question was asked for the new point. That means for this question the coordinates are 10, 3, 2. This is the right answer. Okay, now move to next question, question number 12. Now let's see question number 12. Based on the same concept that we have discussed in a previous question. Here the two forces are given, act on a particle and displace it from here to here. The displacement is in meter, find the work done. Okay, let's see. It's also very easy numerical. Here the two vectors are given like, let us first the vector, first is a vector A, I cap plus j cap plus k cap, and the another vector is vector B, which is I cap plus 2 of j cap plus 3 of k cap. These two vectors, these are the forces acting on the particle and displacing it from 2, 3, 4 coordinate to new coordinate 5, 4, 3. Okay, first work done we know is equal to the force multiplied by displacement. Now this is a force, applied force, and this is a displacement. Okay, what is a total applied force? What is a total applied force? A total applied force is vector A plus vector B. Now because two forces are applied on the particle, it means it is going to be 2 of I cap plus 3 of j cap plus 4 of k cap. This much force we have applied on the given particle. Now it is time to find the displacement. How to find a displacement? From 2 we have displaced to 5. It means how much change is there? There is a change of 3. Here 3 is displaced to 4. It means we have displaced by 1 unit. And 4 is displaced to 3. It means how much we have displaced? Minus of 1. So, can you write a displacement vector for this? How to write in terms of vector? 3 of I cap plus j cap minus of k cap. This is a displacement vector. Now put the values, you will get the answer. Work done will be equal to F dot S. What is the F? 2 of I cap plus 3 of j cap plus 4 of k cap. Dot product 3I plus j minus of k, which will be equal to, how to do a dot product of two vectors? I with I, j with j, k with k. 6 plus 3 minus of 4. You will get 5 joule as an answer. Work done is 5 joule. It means option A is a right answer. Is it okay? Okay. Now move to the next question. Question number 13. Okay. Now read question number 13. two balls are rolling on a flat smooth surface, one ball has a velocity component under root 3 j cap and I cap, while the other has a component 2 of I cap and 2 of j cap. If both starts moving at the same time from the same point, the angle between the path. Okay, let's see, it's also very easy numerical. Here it is given we are having a two balls, the ball number 1 and ball number 2. Here the velocity is given now. For the first ball velocity is a vector quantity. It is having a two components are given. X-axis component is given and Y-axis component is given. It means we will write I cap plus root 3 j cap. This is a velocity vector for the first ball. And what is the velocity vector of the second ball? This is V1 and this is V2. The x-axis component is 2 of I cap and y-axis component is given as 2 of j cap. Okay, now it is asked if they start moving at the same time from the same point, what is the angle between the path? It means this velocity vector is going to decide their path. Now, if you are going to find the angle between these two values, these two vectors, you will find the angle between the path. Okay, how to find the angle between the path? I'm going to use a dot product. Okay, what is the magnitude of vector v1? It will be equal to under root of ax square 1 square ay square means root 3 square. How much you will get? You will get under root of 1 plus 3, which will be equal to 2. Now 3 plus 1 4, under root of 4 is going to be 2. Similarly, what is the magnitude of vector v2? Is equal to under root of 2 square plus 2 square, which is going to be under root of 8. Now 2 root 2. You can write like this now, 2 multiplied by 4. Now it means 2 under root of 2. Here we got the magnitude of these two given vectors. How to find a dot product? We know the magnitude of dot product will be given vector v dot vector v2 will be equal to the v1 v2 cos theta. Okay, v1 we know now, v1 is 2. What is the v2? 2 root 2 cos theta, and we need to find v1 dot v2. How to find a v1 dot v2? I multiply with I, j multiply with j. It means we will get 2 plus 2 root 3. Now solve this. Cos theta will be equal to 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 2 multiplied by 2 root 2. Now take 2 as a common from the numerator and denominator. You will find 1 plus under root of 3, and here 2 under root of 2. Cos theta will be equal to 1 plus root 3 and 2 plus root 2. Put the values of root 3 and use 2. You will get that the theta is equal to 15 degree. The option A is the right answer. Okay, this is a solution for the given question. Okay, now move to the next question, question number 14. Now let's see question number 14. The vector A and vector B makes an angle of 2 pi by 3, being given that the magnitude of vector A is 3 and the magnitude of vector B is 4. Then the value of this term. Here it is asked the value of this term. Okay, how to solve? Just look. Vector A is given and vector B is given. The magnitude of vector A is given as 3 and the magnitude of vector B is given as 4. And the angle between vector A and vector B is given as 2 pi by 3. And it is asked to calculate the value of, these are the vectors, 3 vector A minus 2 vector B dot product vector A plus 2 vector B. Okay, now open the bracket. You will get 3 vector A dot vector A plus 6 vector A dot vector B. Okay, then minus 2 of vector B dot vector A, minus 4 of vector B dot vector B. Okay, we know what is the meaning of vector A dot vector A. Vector A dot vector A, it will be equal to the A dot A cos of 0 now, because vector A from vector A is going to be 0, cos 0 is going to be 1. It means it is going to be A square. When we are multiplying the same vectors, we are getting the square of the magnitude. It means here we will get 3 of A square plus this is 6 of AB, and this is minus of 2AB. It means we will get 4 of AB now, vector A dot vector B, because we know dot product is cumulative process. It means A dot B is same as vector B dot vector A. Now minus B dot B means 4 of B square. So we can write 3 of A square. What is the A? A is 3 now. It means going to be 9 minus 4 of B square. 4. What is the B? B is going to 4. It means 4 square. Plus 4 of vector A dot vector B. Here you will get 27 minus 64 plus 4 A dot vector B. This is equal to how much? Minus of 37 plus 4 vector A dot vector B. It means if we calculate the value of vector A dot B, we will able to solve this and we will get the answer. And how to calculate a vector A dot B from the given vectors? Vector A and vector B we need to calculate. This is equal to A B cos theta. That's why theta, the angle between the two vectors, is given. A is 3, B is 4, and cos of 2 pi by 3. Here what we will get? We will get 3 multiplied by 4 multiplied by minus of 1 upon 2 is going to be minus of 6. Okay, we got vector A dot vector B as minus 6. Put this value of A dot B in this equation, you will get the answer. Here it is equal to minus of 37 plus 4 of minus 6. Minus of 37 plus 4 minus of 6, you can take minus outside, you can minus of 24. You will get minus of 61 as the answer. Minus 61 is a value for this expression. Minus 61 is a answer for this. Okay, now move to the next question. Question number 15. Okay, question number 15. It's a bit calculative now, but easy one. Let's see how to solve it. Question number 15. Here, the magnitude of vector A is given as 11. The magnitude of vector B is given as 23. And it is given the vector A minus vector B magnitude is equal to 30. And it is asked to calculate vector A plus vector B magnitude. Okay, from the given data, you can calculate cos theta. Then we will be able to calculate this now. Okay, what is the formula for magnitude of subtraction of two vector? It's going to be A square plus B square minus of 2AB cos theta. Now put the values and you will get the cos theta. What is the value of this given as 30 is equal to under root of A square 11 square, B square 23 square minus 2 11 multiplied by 23 multiplied by cos theta. From here you can calculate the cos theta. Cos theta. Now we know this will be equal to how much? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Put this cos theta value over here. You will get the answer. Okay, the answer is C. Just solve it and you will get the answer 20. Okay, now move to the next question, question number 16. Now look at a question number 16. It's very easy now. Let's see. Here the two vectors are given, vector A and vector B, and it is asked to calculate the value of the given expression. Let's see how to solve it. Here vector A and vector B is given, and it is asked to calculate the value of vector B plus vector A cross product vector A minus of vector B. Now to how to solve it, let's see how to solve this. First, open the expression. We know now the cross product is distributive in nature. Cross product is distributive in nature. That's why we are doing like this, vector A cross vector A plus, and it's going to be minus now, minus of vector A cross vector B. Just I'm opening the bracket. Multiply this, multiply this. Now next term, this and this. You will get plus vector B cross vector A and minus of vector B cross vector B. Always remember the cross product is distributed, not commutative. Vector A cross B, you can't write like vector B cross A now. Either you need to write this, vector A cross vector B will be equal to minus of vector B cross A. We know this. If you are changing the location, the minus sign you are going to get. Okay, then what will be the value of A cross A? It is 0 now, because we know the two parallel vectors having a cross product, then we will get a result as 0. Minus of vector A cross vector B plus vector B cross vector A. This will be also equal to 0. It means we will get a result at minus of vector A cross B plus vector B cross vector A. Okay, can I write this term as a minus of B cross A? Just I am reversing the position. I will get this term now, plus vector B cross vector A. It means minus minus is going to be positive, vector B cross vector A plus vector B cross vector A. So I will write like 2 of vector B cross vector A. This is our answer. The option A is the right answer. Now look at a question number 17. The position vector of vector P and vector Q are given. If the distance between them is 7, then the value of A will be. Here the two vectors are given, and vector P is given as 5 of I plus 4 of J plus A of K, and vector Q is given as minus of I plus 2J minus of 2K, and it is given that these are the position vector of the given point P and Q. Then we can write the coordinate now. How to write? 5, 4, and A is a coordinate of point P, and here minus 1, 2, comma minus 2 is a coordinate of the point Q. Now how to find the distance between the 2 points? We know the formula now to calculate the distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points is given as x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square plus z1 minus z2 square. This is a formula to calculate the distance between 2 points. Here calculate our distance between 2 points, and it is given that distance between 2 points is 7. 7 will be equal to 5 minus 1 means minus plus 1 is going to square plus 4 minus 2 square plus A minus 2 means minus plus is going to be A plus 2 square. Now solve this. 7 is equal to the 6 square plus 2 square plus A plus 2 whole square. Now solve, you will get 7 will be equal to 40 plus A plus 2 whole square. From here you will get squaring this side. I will get A plus 2 whole square will be equal to 9. From here we can see a plus 2 is equal to under root of 9. A plus 2 will be equal to plus minus 3. Okay. First take plus sign, then you will get a plus 2 is equal to 3. A will be equal to 1. Now take minus sign. You will get a plus 2 is equal to minus of 3. A is equal to minus of 5. We know now when we are solving a square root of any value, we will get two values, plus sign with one with plus sign and one with minus sign. Okay, that's why plus under root of 9 will be equal to the plus minus 3. Once we have taken the plus and next time we have taken the minus sign. It means which option is right? Minus 5 and 1 is the right option. Option number A. Okay, now move to the next question, question number 18. Okay, now look at a question number 18. If the ABCD is a parallelogram and vector AB and vector AB is given. Now look at a question number 18. Here, if ABCD is a parallelogram, vector AB is given, vector AD is given. Then the unit vector in the direction of vector BD is asked. Okay, look how to solve it. Just draw one parallelogram. Okay, this is a given parallelogram. Let us consider this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. Here AB and AD is given. Vector AB means A is the initial point and B is a final point. What do you mean by vector AB? A is the initial point and B is a final point. Okay. Similarly, vector AD is given. It means A is the initial point and D is a final point. This is a vector AD. Okay. What it is asked? It is asked vector BD. They have asked vector BD. This vector they have asked. Okay. I am drawing this thing separate. This is vector A, B. Okay. And this is vector AD. And it is asked calculate vector BD. Calculate vector BD. If you look, when we have added two vectors using the triangle method, how we have added? This and this is a resultant. Okay. Let us consider this is one vector, this is one vector and this is resultant. This is resultant. So we can write like this. Vector AB plus vector BD is equal to vector AD. Okay, because when we are adding two vectors using a triangle method, this is the first vector and the second vector we are going to place from the head of the first vector and the resultant will be given by the adding head of the second vector and tail of the first vector. The same I have done over here. This is my first vector. Okay. This is going to be my second vector BD. Then how to find the resultant? Resultant will be given by the tail of the first and head of the second. This is my resultant vector AD. The same thing I have written over here. Okay, now see how to solve it. We need to find vector BD now. So I will write vector BD will be equal to vector AD minus AB. If you look, vector AD is given and vector AB is given. What is the value of vector AD given in the numerical? Put the value I plus 2j, this is AD now, plus 3k minus of AB. AB is given as 2 of I plus 4 of j minus 5 of k. Now solve this, you will get minus of I minus of 2j plus 8 of k. This is vector BD. But BD is not asked. It is asked unit vector in the direction of given vector. How to find a unit vector of a given vector? Divide the given vector by the magnitude of the vector. You will get the unit vector in that direction. It means the unit vector in direction of vector BD will be equal to vector BD divided by magnitude of vector BD, which will be equal to minus of I minus of 2j plus of 8k divided by how much? Divided by under root of I square means first term is square, 1 is square minus 1 is square. Then you will get 4. Then you will get 64. Okay, now solve it. You will get minus, I am taking common upside, I plus 2j minus of 8k divided by under root of 69. This is a unit vector in the direction of BD. Okay, this is your right answer. This is your right answer. Okay, now move to the next question, question number 19. Read question number 19. If the magnitude of sum of two vectors is equal to the magnitude of difference of two vectors, then find the angle between them. Okay. Two vectors like vector A and vector B are given, and it is given as vector A plus vector B magnitude is same as vector A minus vector B magnitude. And it is asked find the angle between the given vectors, means vector A and vector B. Angle between vector A and vector B is asked. How to calculate it? Put the formulas. Here we know when two vectors are added, what we get? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos of theta. And what is the formula for the subtraction? You will get A square plus B square minus of 2AB cos theta. Now square the both the side. What you will get? A square plus B square minus of AB cos theta and equal to A square plus B square minus of 2AB cos theta. A square, B square, A square, B square, 2AB, 2AB. Okay, then what you will get? Plus 2 cos theta is equal to minus of 2 cos theta. From here you will get 2 and 2 are getting cancelled. 2 cos theta is going to be 0. Cos theta is going to be 0. Then what is the value of theta? Theta is going to be 90 degree because we know cos 90 is 0. 90 is a right answer. Question number 19. Let's see question number 20. If the vector this, this and this form a triangle, then it is. Okay. In this numerical, the three vectors are given and it is asked which type of triangle they are going to form. Okay. First write, let a vector A is given as 6 of I minus 2 of j plus 3 of k. And vector B is given as 2 of I plus 3 of j minus 6 of k. And vector C is given as 3 of I plus 6 of j minus 2 of k. Okay, these are the given vectors and they are forming a triangle. Okay, suppose they are forming this type of any triangle. This is A, this is B and this is C. To find the triangle, what we need to find? We need to find the vector AB, vector BC and vector AC or vector C. Then we can decide which type of triangle they are forming. So first our need is to calculate vector AB, vector BC and vector AC. Okay, how to calculate vector AB? I already told this is a initial point and this is a final point. If I am writing a vector like this vector AB, then B is a final point and A is an initial point. So we can write this as vector AB will be equal to the final minus initial. Final minus initial, which will be equal to how much? Subtract vector A from the vector B, you will get minus of 4i plus 5 of j minus of 9k. This is vector AB. What is the magnitude of vector AB? It will give the length now. It will be equal to how much? Under root of minus 4 square plus 5 square minus of 9 square plus minus of 9 square. Just I am calculating the magnitude. This will be equal to how much? You will get 122. Okay. Similarly, calculate vector BC, which will be equal to how much? Vector C minus vector B. You need to subtract vector B from vector C. It will be equal to how much? 3i minus 2i, it's going to be I, plus 6j minus 3j, it will be 3j, and minus 2k minus of 6k, you will get how much? You will get 4 of k. And its magnitude is equal to how much? Magnitude will be equal to under root of 26. It means the magnitude of vector BC is going to be under root of 26. Okay. Now similarly find vector CA or AC. You will get vector A minus vector C, final minus initial. You will get minus of 3i plus 8 of j minus 5 of k. What will be the magnitude? You will get 98. Now 3 square plus 8 square plus 5 square square root 98. Okay. Now we have find the length of 3 arms. The first AB is, I am not writing a vector now because I am writing a magnitude. It's going to be 1, 2, 2. And the second length is BC, which is equal to under root of 26. And the CA or AC is equal to under root of 98. Now look at the options. Now look at the options. They are equilateral? No, because all the lengths are not equal. They are isosceles? No, two lengths are not equal. They are right angled triangle? Use the Pythagoras theorem. Whether this is satisfying a Pythagoras theorem or not, it is not satisfying a Pythagoras theorem. It is not a right angle triangle. In which option black? It is the obtuse angle. Okay, now look at a question number 21. Here, one diagram is given and here this is a point, and from that point we have suspended a load of 100 Newton. And the tension developed on the two strings T1 and T2. The first string make angle 37 from the point or location where it is suspended, and the second string make an angle of 53 degree, and it is asked to calculate T1 and T2. Okay. This is a simple question based on the equilibrium, Lami's theorem. Okay, how to solve it? First find the angles. Okay. I am just dropping a perpendicular from this point to the roof. Okay, this is 90. If this is 90, what this angle going to be? 90 plus 53 now? 143. Okay. What will be the value of this angle? This is going to be 127. Okay, how I have calculated this angle? If you look from the triangle identity, suppose this is any triangle and this angle is going to be sum of these two angles. Now, this is a basic triangle identity. Suppose this is any triangle and here we have extended this line and you want to calculate this angle. This will be equal to sum of this and this. This way we have calculated these two angles. And what will be the value of this angle? 360 minus 120 minus 143. You will get how much? You will get 90 degree. Now, I am going to apply Lami's theorem on this point. Okay. How to apply? The tension on first, force on first divided by the sine of angle in front of it. It is 143 now. Okay. Which will be equal to tension on the second or force on the second divided by sine of angle in front of it, which is 127 degree. Similarly, T2, the tension on the third string or the force on the third string is 100 Newton. Now because 100 Newton force is suspended from this 100 Newton. It will be divided by sine of 90 because in front of it angle is 90 degree. We know na sine 90 is going to 1. Equate these two. It means T1 divided by sine of 143 will be equal to 100 because sine 90 is going to be 1. It means what is the value of T1? T1 is going to be 100 sine of 143 Newton. This is the value of T1. Similarly, you can calculate the T2. T2 divided by sine of 127 will be equal to 100. From here, you will get T2 as 100 multiplied by sine of 127 degrees. Newton. This is the answer for the T1 and T2 which was asked. Okay. Today we have solved approx 21 numericals. Now we have solved 21 numericals today for the topic vector. If you want to solve more, just drop me a mail. Mail is mentioned in the description of this video. You can drop me a mail. I will send you the questions to solve. Okay. But these 24 are more than enough for the practice. If you are practicing these 21 questions, all the basic concepts are covered. Okay. Now from the next lecture, we are going to start the kinematics. We will start the kinematics. Okay, then see you in the next lecture.